What's going on, comic fans? Hope you guys are all doing well. It is Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. As I've been doing for the year so far, I'm rereading some of the books in my collection, and this week I have been rereading Shade, the Changing Girl. This is a book that was published in Young Animal through DC Comics. This was pretty new. I think this was 2018 that this was written and released. We're going to dive into that, get the overhead view, all that fun stuff. I've been really enjoying rereading my books, especially my custom binds. It reminds me how great custom binds are. The lack of gutter loss, the ease with which I can read them, the nice newspaper print that makes this book as light as a feather. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. I do still need a dust jacket for this book, so that's in progress. But things are happening, don't you worry. Speaking of dust jackets and graphic covers, since it is the year of custom binds, if you're doing custom binds and you want any of that stuff for your book, hit us up. $10 flat, that's what we charge at our email. We're pretty quick with it. We try to be anyway. We do also have a Patreon if you're interested in free hardcover comic giveaways at the end of every month, omnis, absolutes, all that kind of stuff, multiple deluxes, things like that. It's awesome. Now let's dive into Shade, the Changing Girl. Shade, the Changing Girl, written by Cecil Castellucci with artwork by Marley, Zarconi. I had this bound using the trade paperbacks as they came out. This does also collect Shade, the Changing Woman, which was sort of the final arc of the overall story that happened after the Milk Wars crossover. If all of this sounds really crazy, it's because the Young Animal imprint really was. All the titles in the Young Animal imprint are outside of the box, following very strange things and focusing really on, I guess it's kind of tough to explain. It's strange comics for strange people, right? I mean, you know, everyone has a certain thing about themselves that they feel weird about or insecure, self-conscious about it. This book's just like, well, we all feel that way, and our things are way crazier than yours, and these situations are way crazier. So let's enjoy the wild ride and see how these things can make people grow. It's really awesome. Shade, the Changing Girl in particular, sort of a spiritual successor to Shade, the Changing Man, the Vertigo series from, I think it was the 90s. It follows two characters, really. It follows Loma, who is an alien on the planet Meta. And Loma is a huge fan of Rack Shade, and somehow, someway, I don't want to spoil too much, she ends up taking over the body of this Megan girl. Megan is a female who is a high school student who had been going through some high school drama. She was a very popular girl, and she had a lot of things happening to her as a result. She was also not a perfect person. There are a lot of very flawed characters in this story, a lot of fantastic artwork, a lot of trippy things happening, a lot of characters trying to find who they are and find some meaning to their lives. Loma in particular, the alien from Meta, she sort of lost a lot of meaning. She's trying to find a thrill in life again, some emotion, some excitement, something thrilling and new and vibrant. And I think what's really cool about this story is seeing, you know, the various times of this Megan character's life, because you do get to see what happened prior to Loma possessing her, and obviously you get to experience what's happening after Loma possesses her. It's really cool to see what's happening on Meta and how these other characters knew Rack Shade in the past and how Rack Shade is involved with all this. There's all this poetry and really poetic and very trippy phrasing throughout the book. I really liked it. It's a book I've read multiple times at this point, and I'll probably keep reading. It's very strange, but the characters are very inviting, and it's really, I mean, the artwork's super vibrant. It sort of very slightly, but not too much, it reminds me of Laura Allred's coloring. It's very exciting, and it's very trippy, which is what I do enjoy once in a while when I'm reading comics. If you've never checked out Young Animal, you should, and if you like Shade, the Changing Man, you should check out Shade, the Changing Girl.